Welcome back to Longevity Fuel, your trusted source for health tips for people over 50 made simple. Today's topic is one most people ignore until it's too late. We're talking about your liver. And if you're over 50, listen closely, because your liver could already be damaged without you knowing it. You see, the liver is the body's silent workhorse. It filters toxins, processes medications, regulates cholesterol, stores nutrients, balances hormones, and even helps digest your food. But unlike other organs, the liver doesn't sound the alarm with sharp pain. It rarely hurts. Instead, it screams silently through things like fatigue, belly bloating, yellowing skin, poor digestion, or unexplained weight gain. These are signs your liver may be struggling to keep up. And if you ignore those signs, the damage builds up, year after year, meal after meal. And yet, millions of people over 50 are still eating foods that are actively destroying their liver function every single day. These foods are found in pantries, drive-thrus, and even in so-called healthy meals. But the worst part? Most people think they're harmless, and that's what makes them dangerous. If your liver could talk, it would be begging you to stop, screaming even. But since it can't, you need to listen to what your body's been trying to tell you before the damage becomes permanent. The truth is, after age 50, your liver becomes more vulnerable. Not because it's weak, but because it's been doing too much for too long. Years of environmental toxins, medications, sugar, alcohol, and processed food all pile up. The liver works hard, but it doesn't forget. And the consequences of ignoring it now can be devastating later. Fatty liver disease, cirrhosis, chronic fatigue, brain fog, hormonal imbalances, and even liver cancer. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up, because you still have time to reverse the damage, but only if you stop making the same daily mistakes. So what exactly are these liver-killing habits? And what can you do instead to protect and repair this vital organ? We're going to break it down step by step, exposing the hidden threats, the silent symptoms, and the most powerful liver-healing nutrients available to you, starting today. Let's begin with one of the biggest offenders: refined sugar. This includes sugary cereals, pastries, candy, soda, and yes, even fruit juice. When you consume too much sugar, particularly fructose, your liver has to convert it into fat. Over time, this fat builds up inside the liver itself, leading to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition now affecting 1 in 4 adults worldwide. The scary part? You can have fatty liver for years without a single symptom. But inside, your liver is struggling to function properly, storing fat where there should be healthy tissue. And no, this isn't just a problem for people who are overweight. Even thin individuals can develop fatty liver if their diet is filled with hidden sugars. Most people think drinking a glass of orange juice in the morning is healthy. But 1 cup contains the same amount of sugar as a can of soda. Without the fiber of the whole fruit, it hits your liver like a freight train. If you're drinking juice daily, your liver is likely paying the price. The solution? Switch to whole fruits. Eat them, don't drink them. Your liver will thank you. The next silent saboteur? Processed seed oils. We're talking about soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, and canola oil. These are the oils used in fried food, margarine, store-bought salad dressings, and fast food. They're cheap, shelf-stable, and everywhere. But they're also incredibly inflammatory. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed in excess, lead to oxidative stress and liver inflammation. Studies show that diets high in omega-6s and low in omega-3s directly contribute to fatty liver, especially in older adults. The inflammation caused by these oils doesn't just damage the liver, it makes it harder for your liver to detoxify other chemicals, like medications and pollutants. If you've been eating fried food regularly, or even just cooking with these oils at home, your liver has been fighting a silent war, and it's tired. The fix? Replace seed oils with healthier fats. Use extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or grass-fed butter. These fats are anti-inflammatory, support hormone balance, and actually help your liver regenerate. Another liver killer that many people over 50 consume daily without realizing it? Alcohol. Yes, even just a glass of wine a day adds up. While moderate alcohol might not seem dangerous, Your liver doesn't process alcohol like it used to when you were younger. The enzyme activity slows down, and your body becomes more susceptible to alcohol-related inflammation and scarring. In fact, alcohol-related liver disease is rising fastest among people over 50, not young drinkers. What's worse is when alcohol combines with sugar, like in mixed drinks, sweet wines, or cocktails, it becomes a double punch to the liver. You don't have to quit alcohol entirely, but cutting back significantly or giving your liver dry months to recover can make a major difference. If you wake up groggy, get bloated easily, or feel sluggish after a drink, it's your liver speaking to you. Don't ignore it. Let's talk about medications. Did you know that acetaminophen, commonly known as Tylenol, is the leading cause of acute liver failure in the US? And most people take it without a second thought. It's in cold medicines, pain relievers, and even sleep aids. When taken occasionally and at the correct dosage, it's usually safe. But taken frequently, combined with alcohol, or mixed with other drugs, it puts immense stress on the liver's detox systems. And over time, that adds up. People over 50 often take multiple prescriptions: cholesterol meds, blood pressure pills, pain medications, sleep aids, the list goes on. Your liver processes every single one of those compounds. That's its job. But the more it has to filter, the harder it becomes to keep up. This can lead to what's known as drug-induced liver injury, especially if medications are mixed or dosed improperly. Always review your medications with your doctor. Never take more than needed, and whenever possible, look for natural ways to manage conditions like pain, sleep, and inflammation, giving your liver less to carry. Then there's the issue of dehydration. Yes, something as simple as not drinking enough water can harm your liver. Why? Because the liver needs water to flush out toxins. If you're chronically dehydrated, which is common in older adults, those toxins linger longer in your system. They recirculate, they accumulate, and they put more strain on your liver's already overworked detox pathways. Most people mistake thirst for hunger, or they simply don't feel as thirsty as they did when they were younger, but that doesn't mean your body doesn't need hydration. Aim to drink half your body weight in ounces of water per day. If you weigh 160 pounds, that's 80 ounces. Herbal teas, lemon water, and mineral water can help too. Just avoid sugary drinks and artificial sweeteners, which add more problems than they solve. But hydration alone isn't enough. Your liver also depends on key nutrients to function at its best, nutrients that many people over 50 are lacking. One of the most important is choline. This nutrient helps move fat out of the liver. Without enough choline, fat can accumulate, leading to fatty liver disease, even in people who eat relatively healthy. The problem? Most multivitamins don't include enough choline, and many older adults aren't eating the foods that contain it. Eggs, especially the yolks, are rich in choline. So are liver, salmon, and certain legumes. If you're avoiding these foods, you might be missing a critical nutrient your liver desperately needs. Another nutrient your liver craves is glutathione, often called the body's master antioxidant. Glutathione helps neutralize toxins and repair liver tissue, but as you age, your body produces less of it. Poor diet, chronic stress, and pollution drain your glutathione reserves even faster. Boosting glutathione levels naturally can be done through foods like spinach, avocados, and asparagus, or through supplements like NAC, N-acetylcysteine, and alpha-lipoic acid. These compounds help restore your body's natural detox capacity and protect your liver from damage. And don't overlook magnesium. Magnesium helps the liver process fats and balance blood sugar, two crucial roles that decline with age. Unfortunately, magnesium is one of the most common nutrient deficiencies in seniors. You can replenish it with leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and magnesium-rich supplements, especially at night, to also help improve sleep and reduce nighttime muscle cramps. Speaking of sleep, your liver does its most important work while you sleep. It clears toxins, balances hormones, and resets your body's internal clock. But if you're going to bed late, eating too close to bedtime, or waking up throughout the night, your liver's overnight detox cycle gets disrupted. That's when the damage begins to build. Prioritize getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Make your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Avoid alcohol, sugar, and heavy meals at least 3 hours before bed. Your liver depends on this recovery window to do its job. Now let's address another hidden danger: environmental toxins. Your liver doesn't just process what you eat, it also filters what you breathe and what you put on your skin. Cleaning products, air fresheners, perfumes, synthetic lotions, all of these can introduce harmful chemicals into your bloodstream. The liver has to neutralize them. And if it's already burdened by your diet or medications, these additional toxins create a tipping point. Simple swaps make a big difference. Use unscented, natural cleaning products. Avoid plastics labeled with BPA. Choose glass or stainless steel containers. Switch to fragrance-free personal care items. The fewer toxins your liver has to deal with, the more energy it has to heal and regenerate. And don't underestimate the power of physical activity. Exercise is one of the most effective ways to reduce liver fat, even without weight loss. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking a day improves insulin sensitivity, lowers inflammation, and boosts circulation, all of which support liver health. You don't need a gym membership, you just need consistency. Movement pumps fresh blood to the liver, helping it filter more efficiently. It also reduces belly fat, which is strongly linked to liver damage. If you're new to exercise, start slow. Try stretching in the morning. Walk after meals. Take the stairs. Every bit counts. Over time, you'll build stamina, and your liver will become more efficient at handling stress, toxins, and fat metabolism. Your mindset also matters. Chronic stress isn't just a mental health issue, it's a physical burden that directly impacts the liver. Stress increases cortisol, which raises blood sugar, slows digestion, and suppresses detox pathways. When you're tense, angry, anxious, or overwhelmed, your liver feels it. And if those emotions are constant, your liver operates in a state of emergency. Managing stress isn't just about relaxation, it's about protecting your organs. Practice deep breathing, meditate, spend time in nature, laugh more, prioritize rest. Even a few minutes a day of mindfulness can reduce cortisol levels and give your liver the break it needs to function more effectively. Let's now address another overlooked factor: gut health. Your gut and liver are directly connected through the portal vein. Everything absorbed in your intestines goes straight to your liver first. That means if your gut is inflamed, leaky, or overrun with bad bacteria, your liver gets hit with extra toxins and inflammatory compounds. This is why bloating, gas, and irregular bowel movements are often tied to liver issues. Supporting your gut with fiber, fermented foods like sauerkraut or kefir, and probiotics can significantly reduce the liver's workload. You're not just helping digestion, you're giving your liver a cleaner stream of nutrients and fewer toxic byproducts to filter out. And don't forget about the power of bitter foods. These are nature's liver tonics: arugula, dandelion greens, mustard greens, endives. All of these stimulate bile flow, which helps the liver digest fat and excrete toxins. If you're not eating bitter greens regularly, your liver might be getting sluggish. Add a handful to your salad, blend them into a smoothie, or simply chew a few raw leaves before a meal. It's a small habit with a big payoff. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I know if my liver is in trouble? What are the warning signs I should never ignore? The truth is, liver damage often develops slowly and silently. But there are clues: fatigue that doesn't go away, yellowish skin or eyes, itchy skin, swelling in the legs, a persistent bitter taste in your mouth, belly bloating that worsens after meals, difficulty concentrating, or unexplained mood changes. These aren't just random annoyances. They're red flags, and your liver may be the reason. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis to make a change. The beauty of the liver is that it's incredibly resilient. It can regenerate, it can heal, but only if you stop doing the things that are harming it and start doing the things that support it. Eat real food, drink clean water, move your body, reduce stress, rest deeply, support your gut, avoid toxins, and most importantly, stay consistent. One clean meal won't fix it, but one clean week can make a difference. One clean month can start a transformation, and over time, your body will feel the difference. You'll sleep better, think clearer, digest more easily, and regain the energy you thought was gone for good. This isn't about perfection, it's about direction. Every decision you make is either helping your liver or hurting it. Choose foods that heal, habits that energize, and a lifestyle that supports the organ working hardest behind the scenes: your liver. Now let's talk about one of the most deceptive culprits that people over 50 still consume thinking it's harmless: store-bought sauces and condiments. Ketchup, barbecue sauce, salad dressings, even that light mayonnaise in your fridge. Most of these are loaded with high fructose corn syrup, refined oils, emulsifiers, and preservatives. Your liver has to process every one of those ingredients. Over time, this hidden sugar and chemical burden creates low-grade inflammation that taxes your liver's detox system, especially when used daily. Instead, go back to basics. Use olive oil, lemon juice, herbs, mustard, or plain Greek yogurt to flavor your meals. It takes just a few minutes to mix up your own dressing or sauce, and the impact on your liver health is enormous over time. Fewer toxins in means less work for your liver, and that means more energy, better digestion, and a stronger immune system for you. Now, here's something you may have never considered: excess iron. Yes, iron is essential, but too much, especially from supplements or fortified foods, can accumulate in the liver. And once it's there, it acts like rust, triggering oxidative stress and damaging liver tissue. This is especially true for postmenopausal women and older men who aren't losing iron through menstruation. If you're taking a multivitamin with iron and haven't been tested for deficiency, you could be doing more harm than good. Ask your doctor to check your ferritin levels before supplementing, and avoid iron-fortified cereals and processed foods unless advised otherwise. Another overlooked toxin: mold. It can grow in homes, air vents, old coffee machines, and even certain foods like peanuts and grains. Mold produces mycotoxins, which are particularly harmful to the liver. If you have unexplained fatigue, headaches, or brain fog and live in a damp environment, mold could be the culprit. Clean your air filters regularly, avoid storing grains or nuts in humid places, and consider adding activated charcoal or bentonite clay under supervision. These substances can help bind to toxins and support detox. Let's go one level deeper: your emotions. It may sound strange, but traditional medicine has long linked emotional well-being to liver health. In traditional Chinese medicine, the liver is connected to anger and frustration, and modern science now backs this up. Chronic negative emotions increase cortisol and inflammatory markers, which indirectly stress your liver. Holding on to resentment, feeling constantly irritable, or being emotionally overwhelmed doesn't just weigh on your mind. It creates a physical load your body must carry. Practices like journaling, forgiveness, deep breathing, and mindfulness are not just spiritual fluff. They're physiological support for your liver. When you calm your nervous system, you support every organ's function. So yes, your emotional health and liver health are deeply connected. Another habit to be mindful of is constant snacking. When you eat around the clock, your liver never gets a break from metabolizing food. Insulin levels stay elevated, detoxification is delayed, and fat metabolism slows to a crawl. One of the most powerful tools to reverse this pattern is intermittent fasting. You don't need to starve yourself. Just aim for a 12-14 hour fasting window overnight. Stop eating a few hours before bed, and don't rush breakfast in the morning. This simple shift gives your liver the time it needs to clear out debris, reduce fat buildup, and reboot. Now, if you want to go a step further, consider adding liver-supporting herbs to your routine. Milk thistle is one of the most studied. It helps regenerate liver cells and neutralize toxins. Dandelion root supports bile flow and detox. Turmeric reduces inflammation and protects liver tissue from oxidative stress. These aren't miracle cures, but when used consistently, they become powerful allies in your healing journey. And here's a powerful visual to remember. Imagine your liver as a sponge. Over the years, that sponge absorbs everything: every additive, medication, processed food, chemical exposure, emotional trauma, and eventually it becomes saturated, heavy, inefficient. What you're doing with these changes, cleaning up your diet, moving more, sleeping better, reducing stress, is squeezing that sponge. You're giving your liver space to function again, space to clean, to filter, to heal. That's how you get your energy back. That's how your skin glows. That's how your digestion smooths out. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen with consistency. So here's what I want you to do right now. Walk over to your pantry and fridge. Pick up the bottles, boxes, and jars. Read the labels. Look for high fructose corn syrup, seed oils, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and additives you can't pronounce, and start removing them one by one. Replace them with whole foods, real ingredients, things your great-grandparents would recognize. Then take a deep breath, because you've just taken the first step, and that step is everything. Healing your liver isn't about a miracle cleanse. It's about stopping the assault, giving your body the peace and nourishment it needs to repair. You have that power, and the sooner you start, the better you'll feel. If you found this video helpful, take a moment and give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel reach more people just like you. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. At Longevity Fuel, we're all about simple science-backed ways to stay strong, sharp, and pain-free after 50. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's the first thing you're going to cut out to protect your liver? We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching.